Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here today at the Startup Brain TV, the platform to help you boss up and create wealth for yourself. Now, if you're new to my channel is all about business, entrepreneurship, and making money online through creating passive income. So if you're interested in all that type of content, be sure to hit the red subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the bell notification button because that's the only way you will be notified each time I release a new video. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys how I was able to generate close to 1K in my first day of relaunching my boutique. Now, if you watch my previous video where I shared why I closed down my boutique, this is kind of like a follow-up from that video, right? So I just wanted to come and give you guys some tips, some strategies, share with you guys what worked for me and how I was able to generate close to 1K literally in the day of relaunching my boutique. So if you're interested in learning how you can also use the same strategies in your own boutique to drive more sales, then you better stay tuned and watch this video till the end. So if you guys watched my previous video, you know I was sharing why I closed down my boutique and why I had to completely relaunch and re-strategize and pivot and change things around. So in this video, I just wanted to share with you guys how I was able to generate close to 1K worth of sales within that first day of relaunching my boutique, right? So before I even relaunched my boutique, my website wasn't live. Like, I had nothing on sale on my website. My website was like a complete landing page. If you guys know what a landing page is, it's basically like a page that basically has just a form telling people to sign up to be notified as soon as your business launches, or if you're trying to maybe get their email addresses to retarget them in the future, you can also use the landing page for that. So what I did was I literally just created a landing page, and the aim of the landing page was to start collecting people's email addresses in advance, right? So I had within that time, of course, I was working on my merch line. So you guys who've been following me, I also shared in my last video, I have a whole new merch line now. I didn't have a merch line before that has different types of merch, t-shirts that showcases my target audience's needs, which is women in business, and it's got different types of messages and slogans speaking to that target audience as well, and things that they're most likely interested in. So what I was doing within that time was I was sampling products. I was going out there speaking to my audience in the form of running Facebook ads. I was running Facebook ads to cold audiences, warm audiences, you know, seeing people's reactions, seeing people's feedback. Were they liking it? Were they leaving comments? Were they excited to see what was coming up? And that's something you guys should definitely do as well. If you're just getting started, you're thinking about launching your boutique, you should have a pre-launch strategy. I go more in depth on creating a pre-launch strategy at the Run Boutique Academy. So if you guys are in my program, you would know that we talk a lot about pre-launch strategies and the importance of having one, because when you're just getting started, chances are you're probably not going to know that many people apart from your family and friends. You want to go out there and start speaking to people that need your products and services. You want to start communicating to your target market before you've even launched. Think of big companies like Apple, for example. They create a buzz about the iPhones before they release their new latest versions, and by the time they're launching the iPhones, they already have a queue of people basically dying to buy those products because they've done a great job at creating that pre-launch buzz, right? So you want to do the exact same thing, and that's what I did before I relaunched my boutique. I came up with a strategy. I started speaking to my target audience. I was running ads. I was sending out emails for those on my email list. I was speaking to them on social media, creating, you know, polls on my Instagram, and then speaking to my target audience basically and seeing what they wanted. I'll put up something and ask people, what do you think about this? And then if I get more yeses and nos, then I know it's a good design to go with, right? If I think about a new product that I want to launch, I can go out there and also create polls and find out who's interested in the products, right? And then take it from there. So I use that period, that 3-month period, to research on my market. And whilst I was doing that, I was gathering a lot of data that I could retarget as soon as I launched. So I was also sending people to my landing page and collecting their email addresses. So every time I came up with a new design and I asked any questions, I would tell them, hey, by the way, if you want to find out as soon as we launch, why not check this out, right? For people who engaged in the content, I was able to communicate with them and get them to opt into my email list, right? Because the goal is to always have them in your email list at the end of the day, so you can eventually go and speak to them directly. Now we can be on social media, we can be on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, whatever the case may be. There's just too many platforms out there, but with an email, it's one platform that you can use to retarget and resell to people directly at no cost whatsoever, because once you have their email address, it's free to market to them versus running Facebook ads continuously every single time, right? So that's the first thing I did whilst I was trying to like create a buzz and everything else and relaunch and everything. I was speaking to my audience, finding out what they wanted, right? Not just going out and guessing what people wanted. I was literally showing them samples of what I was bringing up to what I was going to be relaunching, and then I'll get their feedback. Of course, some people didn't like certain products. Those products didn't make it, but most of the products, my customers loved it, and my potential target market also loved it, right? So I was creating that buzz for about 2 to 3 months before I even relaunched. I started gathering the data, be it through the pixel data or be it through email marketing, where I could get the direct email addresses, of course, because not everyone opted into the email list. So I was just going out there, speaking to my audience, creating that buzz, speaking to them behind the scenes, letting them know what's coming up, right? Getting them to like my socials, so I can also, because it's easier for me to communicate with them on Instagram stories and things like that, and because that's where I communicate a lot anyway. That's the best place to communicate with your audience. Instagram stories, it goes down in the stories. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know I'm always on my stories sharing all sorts. So I was literally creating that buzz prior to even relaunching the boutique, right? And then, of course, when I came up with the launch date, I let people know, okay, we're going to relaunch on the 3rd of September. Stay tuned, set your alarms and whatnot, because we're going to sell out pretty fast, right? Just let people know what's happening. Now, you guys know I do drop shipping anyway. So within that time, I was also sampling out some drop shipping products. Now, I have wholesale, but I also do drop shipping. So I was also testing out my drop shipping products. That was a great way for me to test them out, because I was bringing in completely new products as well. I was rebranding everything. I was, I already have my vendors that I use, but I still had to sample out the new products that I was bringing into the branch, and that's into the boutique, sorry. And that's one thing I always recommend to you guys that are looking into drop shipping. A lot of people say, I don't want crappy quality products being sent to my customers. Like, I have a bunch of videos here, guys, that talk about how to do drop shipping the right way. You need to find a supplier, first of all, that is able to provide the best quality products that your customers need. And the best way to know that is to invest a little bit of money. You can't do this whole thing for free. You're running a business, like, you cannot be cheap. Buying samples is cheaper than buying wholesale inventory. Buy a sample, wash it 1 or 2 times, see if the material is fine, if the stitching is fine, guys. See how long it's taking that vendor to ship out the products. Get your friend to order, because sometimes, because they know it's you, you may feel like, okay, you're getting better treatment because they want to keep a long-term business relationship, right? Get a friend, get a sister, get your mom to order from that vendor and see if they get a different experience in comparison to yours. See if there's consistency in what your vendors are doing, if you're going to be doing drop shipping, of course, before you go on. And even if you're buying wholesale, guys, if you're able to buy samples, first of all, ask for samples as much as you can, because most vendors that do wholesale will sometimes allow you to test out samples. So, and even sometimes you can buy samples and then what you get in bulk tends to be different, because you're buying in bulk. So there's always going to be units and batches in there that are just not making sense, right? So for me, I prefer drop shipping. It's honestly the best way. And you guys know I'm a passive income kind of girl, passive income coach. By the way, this t-shirts are actually at Fashion Shop. I love passive income. I hate anything that's gonna like cause me stress. And even my merch line that I launched, I'm doing it completely drop shipping. So I don't have any of this in stock at home with me. So I only have one of this, and this was just for my samples, right? So you guys should do the exact same thing if you want to do drop shipping. But then again, you have to invest some money. You can't just be cheap and say, I'm just gonna hope that a vendor delivers what they've promised, right? And then hope for the best, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up with angry customers. So on the 3rd of September, when I eventually launched, what I did was I just went out there and sent out emails. I did a lot of email marketing to my existing audience of people who were already sort of interested in the products. So I got a lot of sales through email marketing, predominantly because, again, like I said, the majority of the people I was speaking to on social media were consequently signing up to my email list to be notified, because that was the only way they'll be notified as soon as I launch, or the quickest way. Then I also went on to my personal Facebook. I was sharing it with friends and family for them to know about all these new products, and I got them to share with their own friends, create that buzz. They may not buy, it may not be for them, but they may have people in the circles that will also be interested in purchasing those products, right? So that's exactly what I did. Got them to follow the page, like the page, get other people interested. I went to my boutique Facebook group, and I you guys who are part of it will also know that I share that information there as well. I got a lot of people also following from there as well, but a majority of the sales came from the results of my pre-launch strategy, right? This is how I was able to generate close to 1K within my first day of launch. Now 1K may not seem like a lot, you know, but think about it. If you're just starting your boutique or you're just relaunching a completely new brand, to get 1K, almost 1K worth of sales it's honestly is good, right? So I still have other things that I'm doing right now, of course, creating Facebook ads and doing other things on a consistent basis to keep that traffic flow, as well as to get more sales and revenue in my boutique moving forward. And it's been amazing. It's been the best decision, guys. Like, I've made more money than I made in the last in the month prior to closing my boutique. I've made way more money in my boutique than I did prior to closing it in the space of just, today is what, the 6th or the 7th, in the space of just 4 days of relaunching my boutique. So this is the power of looking at what works, creating a pre-launch strategy, and, you know, sticking to it. So I hope you guys found this video useful in generating sales, especially if you're just getting started, and creating a pre-launch strategy and all that good stuff. Again, if you want to learn more about all those things more in depth, check out the Run Boutique Academy. I go more in depth there and I teach you guys. Of course, I can't give you all that information here because it'll be unfair to my paying clients. They've already paid for that information. So if I'm out here giving it for free, I may as well give them their refunds, right? So you guys check out the Run Boutique Academy. There's going to be a link below this video if you want to learn more about creating a pre-launch strategy, identifying your target market, your target audience, speaking directly to them, coming up with things that actually resonate with them, and all that good stuff. Okay, so check out the Run Boutique Academy if you're not already a part of it. So thank you once again for watching this video. Leave your comments down below. Feel free to like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, click that bell notification button, and I look forward to catching up with you guys in my next video. Bye for now.